Good morning, students. This is Dr. Harpreet Kaur from Khalsa College, Patiala, and I am here to tell you about something about importance and scope of horticulture. And this lecture is basically for the B.Sc Agriculture students, Part-2 students. Now, first of all, what is the history of horticulture? In case of horticulture, the fruit cultivation is as old as civilization. Fruits have their reference in Vedas, Puranas, and Upanishads. Oldest fruit is said to be the date palm, as its reference date back to 7000 BC. And then next fruit is pomegranate, then grapes, mango, banana, coconut, peach, and almonds. And also, the first book exclusively on the lychee cultivation was published in China in 1056 AD. Also, Akbar planted 1 lakh plants of the fruit trees at Bihar, which is called as a Lakh Bagh, and which is also referred in a book called Ain-e-Akbari. Mughals also established Mughal gardens. In Himachal Pradesh, Major Banan and Captain Lee, they are the first to plant the apple orchards in Kulu Valley. Now, in case of present status of horticulture, a person should consume at least 120 grams of fruits per day as per Indian Council of Medical Research. But the consumption of fruits per capita in India is still low. However, the availability of fruit is 172 grams per day in our country, and in some countries like Italy, France, USA, the consumption is 308, 232, and 223 grams per day, respectively. Presently, the horticulture sector contributes about 31% of the GDP and 38% of the total export of agricultural commodities from around 14% of area. India is the second largest producer in the world, and presently total area under food crop is 86,673 hectares, and total production is 18,50,259 metric ton in Punjab. In Punjab, major fruits which are grown are kinnu, guava, mango, pear, sweet orange, lychee, peach, ber, and some of the minor fruits are also grown in the region, which are limes, lemon, amla, grapes, plum, banana, pomegranate, falsa, spota, papaya, etc. And Himachal Pradesh is predominantly the horticultural state, which has been a unique potentialities of growing temperate and subtropical fruits. Now, importance of horticulture. Horticulture has a very unique importance in our daily life because it is an important diet for the human health development. Also, different types of vitamins and minerals are available from the fruits. Horticulture has also a medicinal value. It also increases food production per unit area, income generating per unit area, and it also create employment opportunities, utilization of fallow land, then the source of timber and fuel, and it also create opportunities for earning foreign currency. Now, the branches of horticulture. Horticulture is an important part of agriculture. We all know about that. And there are different branches for the horticulture. Number one is the pomology. The word pomology is derived from the Latin word pomum. Pomum means fruit, and logos means study. So, the science and the practice of fruit growing or the techniques of fruit production is called pomology. Botanically, fruit is a fertilized and developed ovary, but in some cases, fruit develops without fertilization and even without pollination. And such type of fruits are called parthenocarpic fruits. Now, second branch of the horticulture is olericulture. This term is derived from Latin word and it deals with the study of vegetable cultivation. Then floriculture. Floriculture is the flower cultivation and it deals with the study of flower and the landscaping and branches of, and it is also a branch of horticulture. The next branch of horticulture is post-harvest technology. This is a very important branch of horticulture which deals with the principle and practices of handling, packaging, and processing of the harvested crops to increase the storage life and availability. Uh, and most of the horticultural crops they are reproduced by asexual means of plant propagation. Asexual means by dividing and separating from their mother plant parts. Horticulture also includes the production and the use of plants for the food, comfort, and beautification. These are some of the post-harvest processed products which are available in market. Now, the importance of fruits in human diet. We all know that human body requires vitamins, minerals, proteins, energy for their health. All these are available by the horticultural crops. Fruits and vegetables are the chief source of vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, etc. And they are recognized as a protective food because they are necessary for the maintenance of human health. And deficiency of any of the mineral and the nutrient by the human body gives a very typical symptoms. Now, the scope of horticulture for providing employment. Uh, there is a very vast scope of horticulture, such as the vegetable and flower seed production for the export purpose, then for cut flower production, landscaping, then nursery raising, tissue culture, marketing, then processing of the horticultural produce, then government development departments, and in research and education. Now there are various factors which affects the scope of horticulture crops in India. For example, number one is that there is a varied agroclimatic conditions in India, which allows various horticultural crops in different regions. Also, increasing irrigation facilities gives a vast scope for growing and transporting the horticultural crops, which has a greater demand in the market. There is also an important scope to export fresh and processed food products. Then horticultural farming in India. India develops a natural resource which gives a higher return from the land and it also increases the land value and gives a better purchasing power among the people. The scope of business development in the horticulture is developing day by day in India. But there are some limitations or the problems of the food productions also. First limitation is that there is a high initial investment. Then non-availability of quality planting materials. There is a long juvenile period also. Then we know that fruits are perishable in nature. And also there are lack of processing units which are available in Punjab or even in India. Then lack of proper storage and transportation facilities, and then it makes the fruits in bad conditions and which are not available for the processing industry. Then low purchasing power of the people is another disadvantage or the limitation of the food production. So this is all about the importance, scope, and some opportunities available in the market, which gives a very unique advantage of studying horticulture. So this is all about the horticulture practices. Thank you so much.